Just a hurricane, or ordinary hurricane, whether or not it's...
This is a highly vulnerable place for a hurricane. We all know that. And so one of the big capital improvement costs that will have to be considered is how to make Fort Monroe hurricane-proof. And that, another logical extension of your question is global warming and seawater.
Yes.
Rise of sea level. Which
That's true.
Virginia, this part of Virginia is particularly vulnerable too. We know that. Delaware is another place. So that is a major... yet another layer of complexity that we have to deal with to make this a safe place.
So when you're doing the economics, don't you have to say, well, that difference may look okay on the paper, but you never considered the fact that could have been a big major storm.
Oh, it's not going to make.
And somebody has to pay. Somebody has to pay to clean up and rebuild.
So the first part of the answer is you've already had an effect with the condition of wary housing leading to its demolition. That was storm-based in addition to that. The issue of the financial model is we assume that any new development, that new occupant, if it's residential under Plan C in wary, that homeowner is then incurring that risk. So there's no cost to the FMA. They would, in any kind of storm damage, there may be some revenue loss pending rebuilding, but we're not assuming any ongoing hurricane loss. And we assume otherwise that structures will be designed to mitigate against any
But when it costs, it will cost the rest of us some, one way or another. The federal government particularly is paying for a lot of the recovery up in the Northeast, aren't they?
Yeah,
aren't they doing that?
In response to his comment, 66% of flood insurance is paid by federal taxpayers. Nobody pays their whole share for flood.
Yeah.
So, but to answer your question, we don't have an explicit modeling of any kind of sea level rise impacts other than what's reflected in the capital improvement program, and that the homeowners would bear the risk along with anybody that's insuring them.
Well, the one quick thing I want to... You mentioned MindMixer, and you gave some numbers, but you never gave one single idea. What was the most popular idea on MindMixer?
Well, they're all on Mind. Justin, you want to help me with that one? What's the most popular idea on MindMixer? What? I don't know what off the top of my head. Okay. Well, there was a lot of ideas on MindMixer. Would
you agree, then I'll state, would you agree that more people said and also seconded the idea of having the Wary Quarter as a park?
Yes, that was clearly a very highly put forth idea.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
So,
yes,
please, you need to, don't you think you need to factor that into the planning and not just say...
Oh, we did have an option B, which was Wary.
Yes.
You do have an option.
We did. We just tried.
I know. I was correcting did to do.